Welcome back. As you can see, I have someone with me.
Me. Oh, Asheka. That's I.
Me.
Me.
So yeah, what we're going to be talking about today is growing up in a Caribbean household with... You're already having fun there.
Oh, sorry.
with mental health issues. What are some of the struggles of growing up in a Caribbean household with mental health issues?
Do you want to start or should I start?
You start.
I'll start. Okay. Well, I think it's just the lack of understanding from what I've experienced mostly is that, like, obviously it is very complex, I think, and especially when you're not understanding yourself and whatever. And for me, it's opening up that I found it hard to basically open up and stuff. And so I like kept that bit of my life very private, and to the point that it was like I couldn't keep that part private because the effects of my mental health were becoming so like prevalent in my life basically. In terms of like my studies and stuff that were like heavily affected, and it's like obviously they're gonna find out, and it's the case that I didn't even want to tell them, but it kind of came out because it's like, okay, this is what's happening, like it's gonna, you know, this is it and stuff. So I think my first struggle was like being open and trying to like explain, and then lack of understanding, because I already knew like the kind of reception that I would have got at first and stuff. But it's like to save myself from dealing with that, I kind of like brushed it underneath the carpet, and then it's like, okay, I can't really hide this anymore. So now it's just like, okay, it's out in the open. And then again, what I knew that was gonna happen is that, you know, the lack of understanding and stuff, it happened, and then it just made me feel rubbish, you know?
Yeah. It's like you're coming to tell your parents about your mental health, and you know they're supposed to be people who are the most understanding, the most supportive, and it's like they sort of just don't get it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can relate in a lot of ways. I mean, kind of, but and not really, because my mom, obviously growing up, my mom wasn't really, you know, it wasn't something that I could hide really. More so, you say you didn't really tell your parents.
No,
much.
like anything, like just anything that would suggest it. Like there was even, okay, so I could say this, like where during sixth form and stuff, like my anxiety was like really bad. I think that's something that that was more obvious and stuff, because like that was like I had physical symptoms and stuff, and I remember having a panic attack, and then my sister was there, and then she was just like, okay, don't tell your mum and stuff, and then obviously, because like, you know, like my mum, that person, she would react with, oh my gosh, like whatever, just to save trouble and stuff. And I remember like being around that time constantly breaking down, like feeling low, and then my mum was just like, oh, why are you breaking down and stuff like that. And it did seem like irrational for me, because obviously there was all these emotions and stuff, I didn't know what was going on. And it was just a gradual like deterioration that I wasn't even aware of, and obviously they weren't aware of and stuff like that. But then I saw the reaction from those kind of symptoms and stuff, and I knew. So wait, I'm going off topic. I lost my train of thought, I can't lie. But my brain broken. But like but in terms of like, yeah, like I think, yeah, so I think from there I was seeing all of that and stuff, and knowing that they didn't react the best way, so I think that way I had to hide. Like there were some physical symptoms and stuff, but I had to hide because it's like I knew they wouldn't react that well. So in terms of, and plus I was away at uni during like 18 plus, so it was easier for me to hide certain things. That I'm just like smashing my nails, like I'm so sorry, you guys probably hate that, but yeah, like when I was at uni, I could hide certain things and stuff. Obviously when I would go back home and stuff, I just have to be like
We're having a good time.
I'm having a good time.
So I feel like with you, your mental health sort of started from like later on, whereas with me it started from quite young. Like obviously because ADHD, it's not really something that I can hide. Like I can't. It's just like it's what it is. My mom wasn't really as understanding back then as she is now. Like I feel like she's definitely grown as well, especially as she's, you know, she's gotten like her counselling degree and stuff like that, so she understands a bit more. But now, but back then it was just sort of like I felt very isolated, and I felt like, you know, I was just a burden to my family, and you know that they just didn't get it. And I mean, there's still some people that don't get it. Like obviously, there's that gap between, you know, my generation and the older generation. And my grandma, she doesn't really, you know, understand how to handle certain things, like, you know, emotional displays. Like she's not very good with that.
Yeah, because there's always that stigma as well attached to it, and obviously there's that cultural aspect and stuff, and it seemed like you always to show like these issues and stuff. A lot of time they may dismiss it and say it's not real and stuff, because it's like, you know, how they're brought up, like these things are not things, that they're just not things, they're not like diagnosis and stuff wouldn't happen. So they like come into this country and be like, oh, all these children have these kind of things. They have that perspective that, oh yeah, these children have these things. Back
this
home,
generation,
but this generation, like back home or back in the day, there was no diagnosis. Like nobody had these issues. Well, yes, they had these issues. They just weren't diagnosed. And then like you're thinking, oh, that's why that bad child is like, you know. And obviously, I'm gonna go like, you know, the bad child, you know the vibes. But in schools as well, like, people who are not neurotypical and stuff, they are made to seem like they're like bad or whatever, because they don't the school system and stuff doesn't work for them. But honestly, they just need more support and stuff, because obviously they have these issues and stuff, and they're just not dealt with.
Right.
Sorry, yeah, scratch.
Yeah. Why do you think Caribbean parents or like Caribbean elders have that sort of attitude towards mental health?
Again, it's like, I think it's like a cultural thing as well, and if you want to go deep and stuff, you can talk about post-colonialism and stuff, and you know, the early generation, they had to like fight really hard and stuff in terms of like, you know, putting that bit extra and stuff. You know, you want to talk about history, you want to talk about mindset and whatever. Like, you know, I blame colonialism. Yes, I'm an anthropology student. Colonialism.
Oi. You're actually the perfect person for this video, to be honest.
You know the vibes. But yeah, obviously, maybe I'm reaching, but I feel like there's a bit of history to link with that in terms of, you know, the issues within like the black community, especially like the pressures and stuff. That you have to work that bit extra and stuff. That, you know, especially in the early days, like they had a hard life and stuff, and you know the vibes.
You know the vibes.
But yeah, obviously, culture. So thinking like in like Caribbean culture, you don't and stuff. There's always that strong characteristic that you have to be that strong character. Yeah. Like Caribbean, like, you know, they always say like that people have to be strong, because like the kind of world that we're in. So if you don't have a strong mindset, then you seem weak, and then to be weak, then it's like, ooh. So I think because a lot of pressures on the like that's been built up in the generation, like, so you have to be strong, then I think they're just so used to that, you know, if you have any struggles and stuff, or you're struggling, then it's like, oh, why are you so weak, and then I think that's why there's like
struggles. What are those? I don't know. Another thing I think as well, religion also has a lot to do with it.
How so?
Because I kind of feel like a lot of Caribbean.
They'd be like, oh, go pray and stuff, and like, you know, oh, you need to go to
Just
church.
go and pray about it.
Yeah.
Just pray about it.
I think,
pray about it.
Yeah, religion, I guess, is not necessarily a bad thing in the sense that, you know,
No,
yeah. But I think a lot of times that they need, the answer is to go pray, because obviously they see it's just like, a lot of the time they'd be like, oh, it's the devil that's doing this and stuff. You need to pray and, you know, seek the Lord. You know, it's nice always having that comfort of having God and stuff, but it's more than that as well, because there's that process that you need to do. Like, God provided these medications, God provided these therapists, you need to use them, but it's more than just praying. Like, you need to go out and doing and get seeking help. There's just, you do need help, and that's okay. Like, you know, and but it's just, I think it's one of the things that still don't see it as like more than praying, like, oh, you just need the Lord and then it'll be fine. There's like a lot more you should do in order to get better.
Okay, so what would you say to your younger self now? What advice? Well, not advice, but like, okay, maybe advice as well. But like, what would you
Cue picture, like RuPaul holding a picture of my young self. And then it's just like, what would you tell young Asheka if you saw Asheka today, or whatever it's called? Yeah. I mean, like, I would tell young Asheka, I think, okay, well, I'm just gonna say this part. I was such a crybaby. I was such a baby, and I think what it is that okay, let's be real. I'm a very needy person. I was needing then, I'm needing now. So the thing is just like, I'm gonna be honest, like, you're gonna have a lot of unmet needs. I'm so sorry, girl, you know, and that's okay. But I think what I would tell myself is just like, you know, I think in life, a lot of times is that you wanna do things, you wanna build yourself, you wanna be great and stuff, and you get in that mindset that, you know, you must do this, and I feel like I didn't get to fully develop and know myself before I was rushing into things, and because I wanted to, you know, do all these things and stuff, and I put lots of pressure on myself. And if I could like tell myself, like, it's okay, like, take your time, you don't need to feel pressurized into doing lots of things and whatever, like, you know, like, you don't need to rush, like, when the time is right, things will happen. And I think a lot of the times it's just like, even now I struggle with like being patient, because obviously I had to like stop and start my studies because of my mental health and stuff. And then you get the tedious question of like people you haven't seen, or like, so what are you doing with your life now? And then everyone's like, I'm still in uni, and they're like, oh, I thought you were meant to be finished. I'm just like, girl, me too, I thought so too, but you know, here I am now.
Your business, right?
So I would tell my young self, don't rush, you know, it's okay for things to take longer than other people, like, it's actually okay. What would you tell a young Sheree? Sorry.
I tell her that you are not a burden as much as you think you are, as much as you have been made to think you are. You're not. And I tell her,
I need to tell Naomi that. But anyways, that's what I'm trying to work on, girl.
No, literally same. Oh boy. Yeah, just like you're, you know, just to be a bit more patient with yourself, because I feel like when I was younger, I you know, I had a lot of emotions and I had a lot of feelings that I didn't understand, and I just, you know, I'd tell myself that I'm, you know, maybe I'm not normal, but I'm not bad. Like, it's not a bad thing to be different. And obviously, because I was so different, is if this is not important, that you're knocking on my door.
Bye.
Aww, thank you.
I'm so cute. I'm just like, it's not important.
Oh boy, this is
She thick. She thick. That's so cute, bro. Oh my god.
Where was I?
You know, you're not a burden.
Yeah.
You're not a burden.
I'm not a burden.
How dare you think that?
I'm different, but it's not a bad thing to be different.
It's not bad to be different.
Sometimes, you know, you just need a bit of extra help and a little bit of an extra push in life. Yeah, it's okay. You know, it's okay to be different. It's just okay. Like, it's okay.
Let me come steal your thunder now.
Okay,
Come there. Come there.
Oh.
I'm joking. That shit shirk. But look at my close friend. But basically, nah. But basically, what was I gonna say? But basically, in terms of I don't know what I was gonna say. This is like more of a cake.
Yeah, it's giving me cake.
Yeah, try a little bit. Come on, guys, let's get hold of this one. Interesting.
Very interesting. It's a thought that counts.
Yeah,
eh?
honestly.
Okay. Yeah.
You know the vibes.
Wow.
Sorry, sorry.
I'm not cutting
Composure. You have to. That's nasty. But what I was gonna say is that yeah, our time is. That time is that like me, like I think I really struggled like socially and stuff, and it's kind of interesting to how like I've improved. Like I mean, I'm still struggling in terms of you know the vibes. I feel like be patient because you know there's like you want to be a certain type of person and stuff. You want to be big, bold, and you know the vibes, and you know it's like wrap my boob, but yeah, like I think it's just like be patient and stuff. Like again, this links to that. This week, like it's okay to like struggle. Like I think a lot of times that you'd always feel put yourself down because you're struggling and stuff. And it's okay because like with time things do get better.
It's okay not to be okay. Sorry, carry on.
No, but it's true. Like it's okay not to be okay. Like just don't be hard on yourself. You know what I mean? Like it's okay. Like things will improve. You just need to obviously try put the work in and stuff. You know, she come on, like I wish I put come on, girl. You need to put the work in.
I wish this is real. I wish I could actually see young Sheree and be like,
come, let me talk to you. Let me put you to one side. Let me
have a chat.
Let's have a
Can I pull you for a chat?
Let me like, girl. I think like the young she could probably be scared of me because I'd be moving like one at oh. I said to myself. Anyways, but.
Do you have anything else you want to add?
Oh yeah, I'll just be like, also girl, you know, learn how to shake a leg. Do you know how disgusting it is and how shameful it is not to be able to go on? Girl, you should learn to do that. When you see your peers breaking a leg, break it with them. Break it. Don't just be like, oh, you people are moving mad. Like, if you see people dirty rhyme with them. Come on, girl, do it. Don't watch your mum. Don't worry if your mum's telling you not to do that. Come dance with them. Learn.
Dance with them, man. You have to learn.
You have to learn, girl. You have to learn.
You have to learn.
But I was gonna say something outrageous. But you see, I'm filtering myself. Are you proud of me?
So proud of you.
I'm baby.
I'm sorry, I don't.
No, it's okay. I'm baby.
So I hope this video helped somebody somewhere.
Someone outside, not outside, but out there. You know, I'm looking at you. I hope this helped you. If it didn't help you, debate it with your mum. And if you don't want to debate with your mum, debate it with your uncle. And if you don't want to debate with your uncle, cool, let's come. I'm sure you have a friend. Debate with them. Talk to them.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, that's it. Just talk to them. Debate it with them. Have an argument over it with them. I'm just chatting so much poo. Anyways, but yes.
Yes. Thank you for watching my video. Asheka, thank you for being part of this.
Do you have like a little subscribe button thing? It's like subscribe below.
I don't know how to
I
do
always
that
want to
yet.
be like, subscribe below. It's probably like somewhere there. Just subscribe. Because if you don't subscribe, I will find you. I'll be very upset with you. I'll have a little word and say that's not very nice. I think you should subscribe.
Coffee's actually not bad.
It's not bad. It's just
more
cake.
of a, yeah,
It's
cake,
a cake.
but
It's a
I'm
thick
just
cookie.
here eating on camera. Yeah.
You know, yum yum.
Stopping my fat face as usual.
Don't say things like that. You know. Listen,
That's an
let's
inside
talk
joke.
about how Caribbean people, they will not say hi. They'll be like, either you look fat, or you'll be like, you look margarine. Them kind of things there.
No, but for real, like,
Yeah.
why is that your first thing you're saying?
It's like,
Hello, auntie, I
oh,
haven't seen you in years.
Yes, no, but like you want to be like, oh, you look fat from last time I see you. Like, oh, mad.
I mean,
It's just-
so do you.
Yeah, come on, auntie, you put on a few pounds. What you acting up? Lockdown made you look a bit
A bit chunky, innit?
Chunky.
Of course.
You know the
cool.
buttons there.
Cool.
Come on, auntie, you see how I'm coming for you? I'm joking. I don't know if any aunties will actually watch this. I'm joking, man. I was joking. Just joking. You know what?
Just kidding. Not really. Okay, bye guys. Subscribe, like, share, comment, all of that good stuff.
All of the beautiful stuff that you can do.
I hope Asheka will agree to come back on another video someday.
I mean, if you guys like me, probably guys probably just want to shoot me, but you know it's calm.
No.
No. Guys, I'm gonna, you know, I'm to plug the nails.
Alright,
Zero's nails.
Put them up.
They're looking a bit, you know when it's a bit like growing out, but I don't want to put them too close. But you know, like Zero's nails, you know the vibes. Zero's nails.
Come on, Zeros.
Zeros.
Oi oi.
Oi. Big boys play with big toys. In the middle, everybody in the middle. Come on, Miss All Fabulous.
Shout out to her.
Shout out, Renee. You're doing it. We love it.
Doing the damn thing.
Doing the damn thing, but
Okay, that's it now. We're going now for real this time.
for real. Bye.
Bye.
Love you guys. Bye.
Love you.